So another happy quarry day. I'm doing some training this week, some backhoe loader operator training, and I've got 5 operators who are new to backhoe loader. They've got some 360 operator experience, but yeah, new to backhoes. So we're just going to be putting them through the paces a little bit and giving them opportunity to have a play on the backhoes and optimise the use of it. We're going to be getting him to do all sorts of different things with the front end, mainly 6-in-1 operations. Get him doing some grabbing, getting him doing some grading. We'll get the forks out, we'll do some fork works. We're going to try using some different attachments, pushing into the pile how to get the best out of the machine, grabbing a set of buckets, digging footings, planning out the job when you're digging footings. There's loads we can cover. So I'm going to give you a bit of a showcase of what we've been up to. Got him here digging a corner, the power slide, doing a good job. Set the machine in position, 45 degrees, and yeah, doing a tidy job so far. Got another one over there doing that. We've had a breaker on that machine over there. Let them have a go at fitting the breaker, taking it off, venting the auxiliaries as well, and having a go at tapping away. It's all different things that they might get asked to do on site, building their experience up. Your laser tripod set up, and this is going to be talking to this. We're going to get these two things talking to each other. What we've got on the backhoe now is where we've got a mounting bracket where we can see this from in the cab, stick it on the side of the machine, and then it's, without having a man on the ground and staff, we can see it from in the cab. So we know with the loader arms. done a better job than me at that. Debugging the machine. You never know when you might need to get yourself out of a boggy situation. So another day today, training up on the backhoe. Today we're looking at levelling some stone off. Not an easy thing, getting familiar with that 6-in-1, but we've been trying all the techniques. We've shown them grabbing and grading, so we've got them working with some stone today. And just getting them trying all the techniques. But the key thing is about feeling in the machine, which doesn't always make sense to you at the beginning, does it? When someone says to you, feel the machine with your bum. So that's what I'm trying to get them to do today. They are here, having a go at pushing some stuff out. They're not always going to get it perfect first time, but they've got to make the mistakes, haven't they? They've got to realise what happens if they don't listen to the machine and feel the machine. Start getting themselves stuck in ruts. When they get out and look at the job, they'll realise that's the way to learn, isn't it? So we give them a bit of guidance, let them make some mistakes. And hopefully they take something away with them. So what else have we been doing? We've been doing some fork work. We've got them folding out the forks, having a go with the cameras. We've also had them loading up lorries, as you saw as well. We've got them doing some trenching. We did a footings dig as well. Now the footings dig, we got them to set up a basic example footing, really. Very, very simple to begin with. Nice square with a line down the middle. I got them having a go at digging that. They had to plan it out to begin with, so we got on a piece of paper, and in the little teams we got on planning out how they were going to approach the job, which is really something on a backhoe, isn't it? You've got to think it through, because you might find yourself getting stuck. You've got to think about where your spoil's going to go. So we planned it all out, and we set them to it, and they did a good job at that. Got them digging a corner with power slide as well, so setting themselves up, utilising the power slide to get a nice 90-degree corner, and all gone well so far. All right, I'm just watching on a bit. I thought I'd jump in. So as we drop, when you're in float, you don't need to worry about what happens there. You see what happened there? Right, do you want to keep going back a little bit more? Let's have a look at what just happened. See that lump of material? Yeah. When your back wheels dropped, your front loader lifted. Yeah. Now if you were in float, the machine would have corrected itself. So you either need to leave it in float till you got off the end, or you can control it manually, and that's the better. Richard would probably rather you do that rather than use float. Because he'd say feel what the machine wants. Yeah. But you need to be conscious of what's going to happen as your wheels meet different parts. So we can go in and take a little cut again off everything. Let's trim it down another level. Just crowd back a little bit. You're tilting a bit too far forward. There we go. So now our back wheels are going to lift up. We're going to have to compensate for that as we go. Lovely. So we barely felt that then. It's obviously a slight little ramp. So I feel like I can feel a bit of resistance, so I feel like there's some material gathered in here. I think we've took a nice cut. So you probably want to tip that out here at the end. Don't drag it back with us. Tip it out at the end where we're not going to need it. That's it. We can push that bit out in a bit. So now we can float. That's it. And this will just smooth out what we've done and leave it in float, because then it will do the adjustments for us as we fall off the end of this pad. If you go nice and slowly, there you go. So, because the float's going to allow it just to follow the natural contours of the ground, and then we can feather off at the end. And actually, because we've created a bit more of a level slope up to our ramp, up to our pad now, rather than it just being a step off, it's less aggressive when we feel those. Yeah. So we've got a bit lower on this bit here. We can move over now. Yeah. We want to make sure we keep that left wheel on the new material still, so we're not on a squiff. Now there's a bit of a low spot over to the side there, so I'm just conscious of that. If our wheel drops into that, we are going to feel the effort of it. So it might be better just to go in at an angle almost.
Put some on there.
Yeah, you could do. Yeah, bring some back. Take some from the edge here. Scoop back at that. Now we've got some material in the left side of our bucket, but really we want to tip. So we can, if we drive round this way, we'll have the material on the right side then. We could go forward and go all the way round, because we're going to want to tip it on the left. You can see where that little low spot is just there, can't you? And we're not going to have to level this bit out until we've got some more material. Go a bit further forward than what you might need. You can't, well, you can drag it back, but it's easy to push it forward. There we go. So let's go and reset ourselves, and hopefully that will push in. Okay, so there's less of a ramp up on this bit here, isn't there? So we're going to feel that.
Yeah.
We're going to need to make sure we make adjustments as we go. So that's it. So we're looking at the right side of our shovel to match the level that we've already done on the right here. We don't want to take any more off here. We just want to match this bit to what we've got there. Yeah. So you can look down at that corner where you can. It's difficult in a 4CX to see if it's matching. But we don't want to be taking any material from that side. Roughly starting to push that out. That big rock's going to screw us over a little bit.
Yeah.
It's messing with things a bit, but that's all right. We'll try and start just after it. Lovely. So we might hit that rock with our wheel in a sec. You see that we lifted up there. That's probably our right wheel touching that rock. Yeah, taking a bit to it. That's fine. We can match the other bit to spread that. We'll just get a nice thinner layer of material. So tip out what you've got at the excess here at the end. There we go. We can use that to push out more in a bit. But let's wait till we're up on this. So we've gone up there. Right, now we're on it. So get yourself set up. Take a little cut off this then, tiny little trim. Roll your shovel back a little bit. We won't be digging in a bit too much. Lovely. Let's just drive forward at that then. And we're barely taking much here. We're just going to trim off that bit where you just dropped it. We're going to get it over the end, and then just tip it over the end. Yeah, because that flat edge as well, you've got the opening as well. It's taken the cut, but the flat edge is also compacting it a little bit and stopping you from going too deep. Really lovely. So just make sure you're tipping out what you've got left at the end, else it will all end up dripping out that little gap. Not that you've got much of a gap, but then you can backblade it from here if you want. If you keep going all the way back in float, it'll just smooth out that little bit where we messed up, where we took the...
Just keep sinking
out earlier. There, yeah, you know, you are going to get low spots. So let's try and swipe in some of the edges again, like we did on that bit there. It looks nice. As if you're stockpiling, sealing it off at the ends, and shaping up this bund as well. Actually, so he's doing a bit of shaping with it. Very nice, nice and smooth, lovely. Just knocks the top off there. So let's push that bit down. Alright, steady. Yeah. Have a smooth of it on the way down as well. Dragging just a bit too much, but it's not too bad. It's done the job, hasn't it? Sealed it off. Not too bad. Fingers crossed these lads. Well, next thing for them really is just to get out into the real world. There's only so much we can show them, teach them. This is sort of beyond your ticket. Ticket will teach you to safely operate the machine, know the basics about working the machine properly and safely. That'll give you your card. But yeah, then you've got to give them a bit more time on the sticks here. And from that, you've just got to get out on site really. And these lads will go on to learn more from the boys that are already out there on the machines, those that are reaching retirement age. They'll get to learn more and more from those, and they can get out on site hopefully with a bit more confidence, with a bit more experience. Hopefully they'll do well. Most of them seem to have really enjoyed it, that's the main thing. And hopefully this would have set them up to have a bit more experience on site, take on some different opportunities and different experiences. And hopefully they'll remember their time fondly at JCB as well. And one day they might be the site managers of the future. They'll be making decisions themselves about what machines go on what jobs. And hopefully they'll remember this. Be able to remember the Backhoe and what it was capable of doing and everything we showed them. The 4CX was all its pushing power. And now to get the best out of the 3CX as well, dual drive. All these different features. They might not always be on a machine that's got everything that we've showed them, but they'll know it's out there. So anyway, we're a nice windy quarry. At least it's not raining. It has been, we've had ups and downs in the weather, but yeah, we've had a great time and well done to the lads. Hope they do well as we send them out into the big wide world. I feel so proud. Of course, you can't forget the most important bit of the job, getting and washing it off. Proper training this. Make sure they're keeping those machines in good nick. It helps me out as well.